whatever we are doing as a government reflects.
Of our party, our social partners from the Sierra Leone Labour Congress and the Sierra Leone Employers Federation, esteemed guests, fellow workers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. A little off script. Vanessa, thank you very much for the belief in power pass alone for better, and power pass alone for better. Let's also talk and do. His Excellency is reputed for being a man of his words. When he says it, responsibility falls on all of us as his appointee, as his colleagues, to make sure we deliver on those commitments. When I was appointed Minister of Employment, Labour and Social Security, he called us to a meeting in which the VP was in attendance. It was very clear and categorical that we have to make social dialogue a permanent feature of May Day celebration. And to his credit, the Vice President has run with it. He has ensured that we have done it. So everything that happens is part of a bigger vision. Leadership is about followership. It's about getting things to getting people to fulfill the vision. His Excellency envisioned it. He indicated that we must have a platform where the tripartite parties can discuss and agree clear roadmaps to resolve perennial problems besetting the world of work. Your Excellency, I want to commend of solar. It will be powered by the sweat of its workers. And in true Sierra Leonean style, that machine would never stop running. Even if the manual were missing or if it suffered an accidental lightning strike. Because our workers have that never. I smiled and thought to myself, well, it's a director meeting a minister. Equation balance. What more could he ask for? And then there was this Okada rider who looked me dead in the eyes and said, Minister, I'm not just a rider, I'm a mobile transportation consultant. I said, what? With a title like that, you don't just deserve a raise. You need a LinkedIn page and maybe even your own business card. Remember? Mobile transportation consultant. You need your own business card, a LinkedIn page. It got me thinking, maybe I should also upgrade my title with His Excellency's permission to Minister Plenipotentiary for Labor Relations and Worker Happiness. That's a nice ring to it, doesn't it? No, so probably that's an issue for consideration. And while we're at it, Mr. President, with all the wisdom, calm and leadership you have brought to the table, maybe you too should consider adding this to your title. I'm not going to show that one. President Emeritus of National Productivity. Anyway, so every nurse, teacher, cleaner, miner, trader, civil servant, farmer, factory hand, driver, techie, and tailor, and to the countless others working diligently in both formal and informal sectors, I say thank you. Your dedication, perseverance, and quiet heroism sustain our nation. This year's Labour Day is particularly special as it marks the successful conclusion of Sierra Leone's first ever National Labour Conference, a landmark gathering of policymakers, employers, unions, and development partners. Over the past 2 days, we deliberated on the future of work, debated pressing issues, and identified concrete pathways towards a more inclusive, innovative, and equitable world of work. If you didn't get a headache from all the acronyms thrown around in the past couple of days, congratulations, you are ready for policy work. But jokes aside, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have some serious work ahead. We face significant challenges that we must navigate. Unemployment, particularly youth unemployment, remains too high. Informal labor still dominates our economy. Too many Sierra Leoneans work hard without access to decent wages, job security, or social protection. But let me assure you, His Excellency President Bio's administration is not just working from the sidelines. We are actively expanding social security coverage, especially for the informal sector, rural and migrant workers. We are reviewing and modernizing our labor laws and employment policies to align with international best practice. We continue to invest in skills development and innovation to prepare our workforce for the demands of the 21st century economy, and like His Excellency always says, fit for purpose for the 21st century. Also, with the speed with which technology is evolving, I had one young man say, I need to upgrade my skills before my job applies for someone else. That's why we're investing in training, so the machines don't get ahead of us. Let me take a moment to sincerely thank our social partners, the Sierra Leone Labour Congress and the Sierra Leone Employers Federation. We may not always agree on everything, and have witnessed quite some heated debates and negotiations, such as those around the national minimum wage. Yet, your unwavering commitment to dialogue, fairness, and shared prosperity gives us hope. Hope that together, dialogue will work, and together, we'll resolve those situations amicably. Later this evening, we'll honor exemplary workers and institutions at the Labor Day dinner. Again, the very first in the history of our country. To be very sincere, since we became a crown colony in the 1808. This is the first National Labour Conference. This is the first institutionalized National Labour Dialogue, and this will be the first ever National Labour Day Awards. But we are institutionalizing. They should persist. All this is as a result of one man's vision. His Excellency President Madabio, whose avowed determination to empower workers, to recognize them for their commitment, to show respect to workers, and to ensure that they enjoy the benefit from this set. Let's give His Excellency a round of applause. You know, as a talk and do administration, when he talks, we must ensure. Just a couple of days ago, I understand my colleague Pandey, Toure, my big brother really, just resumed direct flights to London. Good news all around. But that's not to let me steal my thunder. Nobody had that. This is Labor Day. The stories of resilience, innovation, and dedication we will hear tonight are a testament to boundless potential of Sierra Leoneans when given the right opportunities. As we look to the future, let us remain united in our resolve to build a workforce that is resilient, innovative, and inclusive. Let us keep working towards a Sierra Leone where work is dignified, wages are fair, rights are protected, and opportunities shared. To the workers of Sierra Leone, I salute you. You are the backbone, you are the heartbeat, and the builders of our great nation. Today is your day. Chest out. Chest out, work a little taller, rest a little longer, and know that your government sees you, your government values you, and your government is working every day to ensure that your labor is not in vain. Happy Labor Day to you all. Thank you all, and God bless Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much. Let's give the minister another round of applause. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now coming to the point we have all been waiting for. But the place needs to be energized a bit by the workers of this country, especially those coming from the labor movement. We sang the first stanza of the Solidarity song, "They're not so." Well, we cannot afford the luxury of getting the president to come and speak without you celebrating with him in any one of the stanzas. Is Sarah Thomas here? Can you please come forward? I don't want to leave that one for you. We do the second stanza of Solidarity. solidarity song before I call on President to come and close.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. They have taken up to million that they never tried to end. Not without a praising us, not a single failure. They can give their mighty power in a freedom that they have. There's a union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity
Thank you very much. You see, the solidarity song, na hymn song. From the workers, na hymn song. You know, they say we have taken untold millions, that the employer, including government, that they never toil to earn. Yet, without our brains and muscles, that is the workers, not a single real tongue. You see, they can break their haughty powers, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. So that is what is contained in the. So, but that has not reflected in the new direction government. So, but that's the second standard. The third one is more, I would not want to say it's more inviting. Your Excellency, today you have another opportunity to address the workers of this country. The Employment Act, the new Employment Act was passed, and there we have the definition of a worker. At some point, at Family Kingdom, you are addressing a similar gathering of this nature during May Day. You did say that you are a worker, but you do not have anyone to negotiate on your behalf. We noted that one. And let me tell you, His Excellency the President, I think, did not want to leave that particular statement he made at that material point in time without being addressed during his tenure. That is why it is not surprising when His Excellency decided that through his leadership, Wages and Compensation Act should be passed in 2023. The Wages and Compensation Act is passed, firstly, to determine the wages and salaries for all public service sector employees, including the President downwards, and also to harmonize the public sector pay to ensure there is equity and merit, and also to consider other related matters. So I know in the future, in the absence of His Excellency the President, a framework has been established where that particular issue can be addressed. And I want to publicly take the opportunity to thank Your Excellency for considering me to go and make sure that we operationalize that vision. Thank you very much for giving me that opportunity. And I want to say we are far advanced in making sure that the commission itself is established. My CEO, I don't know whether he is here, but today they are concluding almost the interviews for those potential workers that will start the effective operationalization of the scheme itself. Thank you very much for giving me that opportunity and show you that that task will be accomplished as against the end of this year. With that, I want to respectfully sorry. Sorry. say two heads are better than one most of the time. As I said, I want to take the opportunity to publicly thank His Excellency the President for giving me that opportunity. And like I said, I want to assure him that particular task accomplished judiciously. To help us bring His Excellency to speak to us, we have our First Lady with us this morning, and we will not have any better person to present the President to the workers of this country and the presidents of us. Good. So I therefore requested to invite our First Lady, Madam Pio, to come forward and present to us the first gentleman of this.
So if this is one of my prescribed jobs, I think you should negotiate my salary too. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a beautiful day as we are gathered here to not only celebrate workers who speak English, but also workers who only understand our native languages around our country. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate both unions for working with the Honorable Minister Rahman, and making sure we're gathered here this morning. But since I'm a local woman, allow me to present my husband in my local language that we will all understand. When I know say when we want to talk about Malabio, I need a special prescription. And where Alpha Timbo take me out of my comfort zone right now, because I've been just done lean for make sure say I can listen to what Malabio to say. But since then, say me for presenter, because you do not introduce the man that everybody knows. And I'm a job now for presenter. Before the president came, you know, I listen to all the workers them with the minister outline. And I feel say on top of that list, una for put the mothers at home. If only una sabi waiting them mama than they do. From morning till before they go to bed with no salary. Believe you me, the name for they at the top of the list. But I'm pleased wanna give me this opportunity for able for present to una the man we I believe say envision means well for our country, and the kind of tenacity we Malabio don't bring into the world leadership in Sierra Leone. We as women then, we are always proud for. Now the man this, where even when in wife go protest with workers then, when wife come home, he still kiss her and say, I love you. You know, if not before, you know what that means. Then they say the woman don't challenge a man. But not to challenge, I challenge me man. I went to stood by my people. Because they needed me and I was there for that purpose. So today, I not only they present the love of my life, now they get the game. Now we want vuvuzela, ilapa konde vuvuzela. Now you back. I want for let the union understand, say, the president who wanna get now one way to listen, and the president who wanna get, and only make empty promises. The good thing about the president, he's not a politician. Politician, then they frame their statement, they lie and smile. But Mother Bio is very calculated. And I make them, they say, in all they talk. Of course, in the talk, they lie back. So, when you not talk, means you don't get an answer for you yet. Because you know, say, the day when you talk, you don't get an answer. And when you pronounce them, they make sure say it happen. So, you not pick the name, talk and do, just like that. Now, because of the actions then. And you not bribe for letting give them that title, they say talk and do. Where hearing my sister, they talk about Paupa, Salongo better. I say, Paupa, it go better. They like them, they not like them. It must better under Mother Bio leadership. Thank you for recognizing, say, Paupa Salongo better, because now me and you get for make Salon better. Nobody no get for can transform them for way. Mother Bio would prescribe, but me and you now we get for make sure say the prescription come true. So our job is not to bring our government down, but to lift our government up. It's not to undermine our superior, but to support our superior. Not because we're not in the same party, means we're not in the same country. If we succeed, we make it easy for the future. If we fail, we make it harder for our future. So ladies and gentlemen, permit me to present to you the most handsome man in the world. Your personal property. My husband, retired brigadier Julius Maravio.
And nobody to stand by me if I decide to. We honor the men and women who set out every morning to serve, teach, build, heal, transport, protect, and grow our economy. They are the teachers who shape young minds, the health workers who heal the sick, the farmers who till our soil, and the miners who extract our natural resources, as well as countless others whose hands and hearts contribute to building Sierra Leone day by day. Your contributions are invaluable, I must say, and we deeply respect and appreciate your hard work. Ladies and gentlemen, today I wear two hats, one as president and the worker. I'm humbled as a servant to celebrate this day alongside you, the true architects of our nation's progress. And as your president, I pledge today to continue striving for a future in which all workers are treated with dignity and respect. May 1 is more than just a holiday. Our collective recognition of the sweat, sacrifice, and silent heroism of our workers must drive our economy, sustain our communities, and shape our future. My government acknowledges the dignity of that labor cannot exist without proper education, healthcare, and sustainable livelihood. For far too long, workers across our nation have demonstrated remarkable resilience despite facing significant challenges. The time has come to reimagine what labor means in Sierra Leone, not merely as a means of survival, but as a path to prosperity and fulfillment. True worker empowerment begins with meeting fundamental human needs and creating conditions for talent to flourish. Some might say the challenges are too significant and that meaningful change must wait for better times. Others might point to limited resources as a reason for modest ambition for workers' empowerment. But I stand before you today to reject the notion that Sierra Leone's workers must accept anything less than dignity, security, and opportunity. Since 2018, my government has placed people-centered development at the heart of our national agenda. We recognize that investing in our workforce is not merely a social obligation, but a cornerstone of sustainable economic growth. We have prioritized education to equip our citizens with the skills for today's and tomorrow's economy. We have strengthened healthcare systems to ensure a healthy, productive workforce. We have implemented agricultural reforms to boost productivity and food security. My government remains committed to strengthening labor laws to address contemporary issues. We have comprehensively reviewed our labor laws to align with international standards, enhancing occupational safety and workers' rights. We have established the Wages and Compensation Commission, which represents our bold and courageous commitment to addressing wage disparities, ensuring equitable compensation across sectors. As part of our medium-term plan, I have directed the Minister of Employment, Labor and Social Security to commence negotiations for a new national minimum wage. This is not a political gesture, but it is a fundamental step towards ensuring every worker can live with dignity. We will deepen our partnership with the Sierra Leone Labour Congress and the Sierra Leone Employers Federation, recognizing that social dialogue, not confrontation, is the surest path to industrial harmony and development. As I've always maintained, constructive dialogue is preferable to strife. When we engage in industrial conflict, we create additional problems in a nation already facing resource constraints. Ladies and gentlemen, as a government, we recognize the crucial role the informal sector plays in the economy and livelihood of our people. We know that a significant percentage of the working population earns living through informal work. This includes petty traders, market women, street vendors, subsistence farmers, transport operators like Okada and Keke riders, and small-scale artisans. My government is accelerating efforts to integrate the informal economy into our formal sector, protecting and offering opportunities to those who have been operating in the shadows. To address some of the challenges faced by workers in the informal economy, my government has prioritized extending the national social security coverage to include informal sector workers. This initiative will protect billions of Sierra Leoneans who previously lacked access to social safety nets. We will also invest strategically in sectors with the greatest potential for quality job creation, ensuring economic growth translates into meaningful employment. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I invite you to imagine the Sierra Leone we are building together. A nation where labor is not merely tolerated, but celebrated. Workers receive fair compensation for their contributions. Innovation drives growth, and equity stands at the heart of all our policies. Imagine a Sierra Leone where parents return from work with enough energy to help their children with homework. Workplace injuries become rare rather than daily occurrences. And retirement brings security rather than anxiety. This is not an impossible dream, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Sierra Leone that your labor is creating, brick by brick, day by day. It is the Sierra Leone that our young people deserve and will be proud to inherit. A nation of opportunity where their energy and innovation can flourish. To the workers of Sierra Leone, including myself, I call upon us to bring our full talents, creativity, and commitment to what we do. Let us seek to upgrade our skills, embrace innovation, and participate actively in workplace dialogue. So the employers, people of Sierra Leone, our future workforce, equip yourselves with the knowledge and skills that will drive our nation forward. Your energy and ideas are not just welcome, but essential to our shared prosperity. As we commemorate this year's Labor Day, let us do so not just as a celebration or celebration of past achievements. Let us commit ourselves to the work that remains, building a Sierra Leone where every worker's contribution is valued. Labor leads to prosperity, and dignity of work becomes our national reality. Happy Labor Day, and may God bless the people of this great nation, the land that we love. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've listened to the President speak on many occasions. But today, he has done it with comfort. I think when he started the speech, some people were like coming from their seats, some were going back. But as he continued, I was looking around. That was when I saw where people are sitting. And I saw people becoming more comfortable as he progressed. Thank you very much, Excellency. I think the message you have given to the workers of this country today will make Max Conte, seated here, very happy. Especially the one that has to do with wage reopener for the minimum wage. Thank you very much. We are most grateful. We are almost coming to the end, but there are certain people that they may not want to be introduced to the public, but I need to do so. I'll start with Mr. Emmanuel Gaiman. Please stand up. Let's give him a round of applause. He is our new secretary to the president. Many times things happen behind the scenes and the key players are not known. So this is an opportunity for you to know that he's also a worker. Sit down. Our IG and the defense head. Can you please? Okay, let our IG stand first. So if you see the nation being secure today, anywhere in the country, everything is okay. We praise it to the President as the Minister of Defense and to the handiwork of these gentlemen. Thank you very much for making us safe. We have the leader of government business in Parliament. If you see government achieves a lot in terms of driving home its policies, it has to do with the caliber of leader of government business in Parliament. So I want us to recognize Honorable Achimdoma publicly. Of course, Honorable Alfakan, the presidential spokesman, everybody knows him, but then it's also important. The ministers have been introduced, there are many, right? But I believe they have provided the support to His Excellency the President and for the outcomes that we are having today. And finally, to the chairman of our party, Dr. Prince Ali. Can you please stand so that people at the back could see? Thank you very much. My time and task is almost coming to an end. But before calling for the vote of thanks, I think the minister I want the minister that wants to ask one of you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I know the chairman is a very, very sly person. What he did by tact was just to ensure that he is back as president. When they invite you to their place, they give you a seat. Vacant lawyer, he will not have an opportunity. You are already seated, so he had to make you stand up. That's why he got to, just as a way. He had some little brush with yesterday. So that's okay. We are in this very hot seat. Just before I call my brother, the all-time press secretary of our time, the youngest press secretary around here, I tell him, look, his counterparts in other parts of the world, they fly private jets. He's trouble. So, Your Excellency, let me do this testimony. Next year is going to be different, sir. We have had countless number of people whom your positive legal transformation of the labor law landscape has impacted. They had asked that they be given an opportunity to do testimonies here, but that is too much for today. Next year, we'll ensure that it is structured in such a way that we'll have testimony time. This is from Standard Bank to almost all the mining companies, many places where these good policies have touched people. Crown Agents recently closed down shop, including in Freetown, where the employees were literally running out of job, no end of service benefits. But the laws were so stringent, we worked with them, and everybody went home smiling. Standard Bank, under your stewardship, sir, will tell you, since the 190-something years operations here, the last batch, the benefited when it closed were the people who had the best deal in close to 200 years operation here. So there's a quiet revolution happening at labor, all because of one man. my former permanent secretary, Augustine Sheku, used to say, leadership is cause, all others are effect. This is what you see. When it got to a point, I was getting very difficult with many. They kept complaining all the time. They come to His Excellency, he tells me, look, ensure that you put the interests of the Sierra Leonean employees at the heart and center of everything we do. Just ensure that the employers too are in a fair position. Bottom line, let there be win-win. Just ensure that the industrial relations landscape is fine. So I'm heartened by that. The complaints have kept coming in all the time. Sometimes my colleagues ask me if they have read the Riot Act to me. You know, but the president is a social justice champion. But why are we surprised? Social justice is being part of his DNA. Again, I just realized I'm no longer Minister of Information. I wanted to. Chairman, please, no envy. You know. So I like the chairman to invite Mr. Keke Thomas and to complete his task. Next year, testimony time.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. We have the last item on the agenda, which is the vote of thanks before our brother Yusuf Kekotoma will come and do his own task, as already mentioned by the minister himself. But let me just say, our Chief Electoral Commissioner is here. He should be recognized. And also, when you see developments going around, the National Commission for Action, NACSA, a very powerful institution that helps in the transformation of this country. So the head is here with us, Chief Ernest Domaina is with us. With that, I may not have seen all the other ones, but we want to thank the security of His Excellency the President, those that are responsible for making sure that he is safe at all times. We will not name all of you, but you are here. We want to thank you very much for making sure that our President is in good shape. His mind is solid to be able to deliver a statement like this morning. So with that, I want to invite our sister, Sarah Thomas, from the Sierra Leone Labour Congress, to come and give us the vote of thanks. Let's give her a round of applause. She is working for ELSA.
I continue to stand on existing protocols, but I'm not going to speak the Queen's language because I want everybody to understand what I'm going to say. My duty Nayala for tell thank you. First and foremost, I'll tell Papa God thank you. Because if it not be allowed this day, will not be forgotten that soon. Now I tell thank you to me, Papa. Papa, still they tell you thank you. You're not a complain again. No. See, they be confidence where I get a smack. Because you talk waiting our yegi. Let God bless you. Let God continue to for you. Let God continue to give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So I talk to the mama of the nation. Mama, if I tell you I'm glad you stopping me today. We're glad you're back. And we want to tell you thank you. Because there's behind the success still bad. Be so strong and vibrant, and that's what you are. Thank you very much. And thank you for the work we go do now. We appreciate you. God bless you. And let God continue to protect our family. Yeah? Vanessa, I know so I talk you understand because we can talk. Thank you very much for being there for us. Thank you. ILO is our pillar of hope, and we will continue to go to you guys to help us, because this is just the beginning of the beginnings. We will continue on the same landscape. So our minister, the man of action, when not the grief or all, I tell you, it's always on the go. Thank you, sir. Take it. Finally, I don't say you go sleep well this night. I know, yes, this night, after all things done, you go sleep well. To the minister, the way they Nayaso, and then big allergy. I want to say, boku. Thank you. If we not be hard, this thing be for meaningless. So we say, Una, thank you. And let God make Una continue. Forget that knowledge for leave the people of Sierra Leone. Let God bless Una all. Una see what they do? At the Canada to we own brother. We own camaradi. Because even in Lepitai age, we still call them Comrade Alpha Timbo. Thank you for steering the ship. You don't steer them and you don't reach finally to the end. We continue for love right to you. Workman the there? Workman the there? In our hands is placed the power, greater than the gold, greater than the might of armies, magnify the thousandfold. We can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. I tell una thank you. I tell una thank you for our resilience. And I ask una for we continue for be patient. Salon go better. And when salon better, that means we the people that order better. So, una no lost hope. Lights there at the end of the tunnel and we go each day. Not to into the pull again or with the solidarity songs that you are man. This last one said not to into pull. But we can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old. Once the employers then support we ready for work. Una thank you for today. God bless you all.
Thank you very much for probably one of the most energetic votes of thanks in the history of conducting President's program. Distinguished guest, His Excellency the President, the country's first worker, employee 001, recruited and contracted for 2 terms by the largest employers. The people of Sierra Leone has consented for photo sessions and will be conducted in the following manner. The first photo session will be His Excellency the President, my First Lady, and the other members on the stage. The second photo session will be His Excellency the President, Madam First Lady, the Minister of Labour, the President of the Employers Federation, the President and Secretary General of the Labour Congress, and the last photo session will be His Excellency the President, the First Lady, Minister of Labour, and members of the organizing team from the Ministry of Employment, Labour and Social Security. The photo session will be conducted at the lobby, and I encourage all photographers to immediately make their way to the lobby after the national anthem, and they will be assisted by the head of audiovisual and state house for positioning. On that note, please rise for the national anthem.